Welcome to the training on creating notifications in SAP. This is the first part of the work identification, which is the first step of the work management process. In this course, we will be reviewing the maintenance work management process, work identification, logging onto SAP, how to create an SAP PM notification, and what's new in SAP. In the first module, we will be reviewing the maintenance work management process. So let's get started. Work identification is the first step in an effective work management process, followed by plan and prepare, schedule and coordinate, accomplish work, and finally document. Work identification involves identifying and reporting equipment problems early to minimize the cost of repairs, ensure that repairs are completed, and minimize downtime. Responsibility for work identification rests on all site personnel. Properly monitoring equipment during operation and reporting the first indication of problems results in good early work identification. So how do you identify work? First, what is the problem? What is the failure, malfunction, or maintenance request? Second is identifying the location of the equipment or failure. Third, how do you report it? This is done by using an SAP PM notification. And finally, why a notification? Because it helps prioritize the work and reduces redundancy. Everyone has responsibility for identifying needs for repair and maintenance, and for raising awareness of those needs through a work notification in SAP. However, the primary responsibility for identifying work and creating work notifications lies with the respective area landlords. Therefore, the production organization usually generates most work notifications for an operating area. The maintenance organization initiates work notifications for shop facility repairs. Notifications for maintenance tasks based on findings and/or recommendations from preventive predictive actions will be entered by the maintenance organization or reliability organization. In this module, we will be reviewing work notifications and their importance. So why is a well-written notification important? Well, a complete, well-written work notification that includes all the required detailed information contributes to increased accuracy and productivity of work planning, material sourcing, scheduling, work accomplishment, and work documentation. All of these facilitate and enable a stringent reliability program. Let's take a look at a poorly written notification. It doesn't say who wrote it. The issue is very vague and non-specific. The location is for an entire site and instead should say specifically where at the site. It gives an unrealistic time for resolution, and the priority is likely incorrect. Now let's look at a more well-written notification. Notice the person who wrote it has the name present. The issue is more detailed. The location is identified more clearly and with detail. The resolution is more possible, and it is not an emergency. Now let's go over how to log on to SAP for those who do not know. We will start by creating a single sign-on desktop shortcut to SAP. Open Internet Explorer and navigate to the DPS SharePoint site. If you don't already have this site set up as a favorite, you will want to do this. The URL is https://DPS_maintenance_home.aspx and hit enter on your keyboard to go to the site. To set as a favorite, right-click on your mouse and select Add to Favorites. You can rename it something other than the URL that is easier for you to recognize. I am going to name it DPS Site. Now that you are at the site, click on the button at the top of the page that says Add SAP SSO Shortcut to Desktop. This will open a screen where you will double-click on the file Add SSO to Desktop. A new icon will be added to your desktop. SAP SSO Logon. Now you will simply double-click on this icon when you need to get into SAP. You will be prompted to put in your PIN for an eToken Pro. This is your CPass password. Type in your password and click OK. The SAP front page will load and you will need to click on My Logon Pad. If this is your first time to log into the system, your My Logon Pad tab will be empty. To add a link to SAP Production, you will click on See SAP and then select the R3 WP1 production system and hit Add to Favorites to have it show up on your Logon Pad moving forward. Once you have completed this step, the production system will be in your My Favorites section every time you log into the SSO login shortcut. I will go ahead and click on the Launch button to open SAP. Okay, now we know how to get into SAP. Let's get started creating a PM notification. First, here's a list of the primary PM notification transaction codes, or T codes. IW21 is used to create a new notification, IW22 is to edit, and IW23 is to view. This is commonly how SAP T codes are created. If they end in 1, it is create, 2, it is edit, and 3 is review. IW28 will change an existing notification, and IW29 will let you view a list of existing notifications. To create a notification, you can type the T code into the command field and click the green check, or you can select it from your menu tree and double-click. We are using T code IW21. Now that you are in the Create PM Notification initial screen, click on the box to see the match code bubble. Then click on the match code bubble to get a drop-down list. The options are M1 Maintenance Request. This category covers requested work not related to an equipment malfunction. Maintenance request notifications usually report work performed as part of service to operations. An example of a maintenance request is painting a building when the work is not related to an equipment malfunction. Other examples of work related to service to operations are moving scaffolding up in slurry area, cleaning out drain pan, covering vacuuming entrances in the area, etc. This is something that has not malfunctioned yet. It is more preventative. M2 Malfunction Report. This notification communicates that equipment has broken down or is not operating properly. The resulting malfunction report notification will be converted to the appropriate maintenance work order. And M3 Activity Report. Activity reports provide an historical record of work accomplished when a work order is not necessary because no cost flow is involved. MRO parts are not needed and/or work duration is 15 minutes or less. M2 is the most commonly used notification type. Coding correctly is important to identify how proactive we can be to perform maintenance before it is broken. I will select M2, then click the green check. It is important to note that all mandatory fields are marked with a box containing a check mark inside of it. This is the minimum amount of information needed. When you are adding information, you will want to be as descriptive as you can to explain the failure and complete as many fields as you are able. Something to be aware of is the notification does not require functional location or equipment, but if it is not completed, you cannot proceed. You will need to use your user ID as well in the reported by field. We are trying to create consistency, so please use your user ID. Let's go ahead and start filling out the notification. We will start by entering a description of the requested work, which is the observed symptoms and details of the damage. Remember, this needs to be descriptive. I will put in 12345 repair leaking seal. You will then enter the equipment number, if known, or use the match code search button to find the equipment number. Now enter as much of the functional location code as possible. Before we go on though, let me explain the functional location. The functional locations, if you are not aware, have been redesigned to make them standardized and easier for operators to drill down to the correct equipment in order to create more accurate notifications. The basic structure is Level 1, Site, which is spruance in this example. Level 2, Unit, which is Kevlar in this example. Level 3, Area, which is Recovery. Level 4, Process, which is ponds. Level 5, sub-process, which is filtration, and level 6, identifier. I will put in SPR, KEV, PLP. Be sure to check Location Hierarchy, Equipment Installed, and Equipment Hierarchy. Then click the green check at the top. Drill down to the equipment that you are searching for, clicking on the plus sign to the left of the functional location to expand the selection. I will click to open SPR, KEV, PLP, DEW. Then SPR, KEV, PLP, DEW, HOZ. Then SPR, KEV, PLP, DEW, HOZ, W108526. Then the loop 08708, and then select the equipment 511-43485, switch flow, vacuum pump, seal water, and click the green check at the top. The equipment will be added to the notification screen. Now finish completing the required fields. Reported by, remember to put your user ID. Select the priority by using the drop-down list. Only select emergency or urgent if it is truly an emergency. Remember, we need to be able to effectively prioritize notification, and not all are emergencies. Check the breakdown box if the equipment is out of order or experiencing a breakdown due to failure. Then hit Enter on your keyboard. This will further populate the notification based on your selections. After you press the Enter key, you will receive a message at the bottom of the screen, Execution Date Set according to priority. The remaining required fields will have auto-populated. Now you can enter the failure mode from a drop-down. I will select FTF, Fail to Function on Demand. You can use the long text description field to provide more detailed information, such as the nature of the request, issues, observation, name, and phone number. I will type in, need to repair the leaking seal on the valve, which started leaking 2 hours ago when the machine was running. Once complete, click on the Save icon at the top. The system displays the message the notification was saved at the bottom of the SAP screen. You have now created a notification and it will route for review. There may be times you need to create a notification for an issue that does not belong to a specific piece of equipment. You will type in the notification description, in this case, loose pipe fitting causing leak. Go to Functional Location and click on the match box or enter the functional location. I will click on the match box. Go to the Asset tab and go to the Functional Location field. You may know it is spruance, so SPR, and Kevlar, so KEV, and pulp, so PLP, and that is all you know. Put in the asterisk symbol and click the green check. SAP will search for anything that starts with the description you have entered. You will scroll through the results until you find what you need. I will select SPR, KEV, PLP, DEW, DRY, W108530. Click on the functional location to highlight it, then double-click or click on the green check at the top. The functional location will populate in the notification sheet. Something to note, if you select the equipment, it will auto-populate the functional location. But if you select the functional location, it will not auto-populate the equipment because there may not be an associated piece of equipment. Again, complete the required fields, reported by, again by putting in your user ID, and select the priority. Then hit Enter on your keyboard. As you may know, we have some exciting things happening at DuPont, and many of them relate to SAP improvements. What was a manual process is now being automated. All master data requests and updates will be requested through a formal electronic process. The forms will be routed through an approval process, which provides visibility to tracking for audit purposes. Forms will be used to request creation, updates, and deletion of the following: MRO requests, equipment master requests, maintenance plans requests, and functional location requests. This is a reference document of the most commonly used T-codes that can be found on the DPS SharePoint site under WMP, Work Management Process Documents, in the Basic Navigation folder. The document name is Commonly Used T-codes. The training has come to an end, but if you have any questions or need additional help or training, please contact the Global SAP Training Team. They will be happy to assist you. Thank you for attending the training and have a great day.